Our next guest here joining us on set is Pascal Asselin. Hello, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
You're a co-founder of MORFO, Make the Planet Green Again. That's what MORFO wants to do, and quickly. How so? How are we going to do this?
Exactly. We could sum it like that. So the objective is to restore forest ecosystem at scale. And so how do we do it? The first step is that we constitute these seed pods in which we put seeds, nutrients.
Don't move your hand, we're going to see what they are.
Yeah, exactly. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yeah, these are small ones in which we put the seeds, we put nutrients, we put fungi, we put bacteria, put everything to constitute a small ecosystem in it. And we take these seed pods and we put them into drones, into planting drones. And this drone will disseminate with high speed and accuracy, because we can plant up to 50 hectares per day with one drone, compared to one man who can plant traditionally 1 hectare per day.
Yeah, so that's a lot.
After that, of course, when we plant the forest, we need to monitor to make sure that the ecosystem that we restored is actually growing, following the biomass, the biodiversity that is growing, and then the carbon that is being stocked by all these ecosystems.
Is there any steps you need to take before you actually plant the seeds?
Yeah, of course. We need to understand the ecosystems in which we will deploy the project. So the first step is to go on the field, understand the soils, understand the ecological conditions,
structures,
context of the project, to make sure that the project that we will deploy will still be there in 100 years.
The forests you managed to regrow, are they durable?
Yeah, of course. So they're durable. For the first aspect of our forest is the biodiversity. So we plant from 20 to 80 different species, from herbaceous, arbustive to trees, so that it's a real forest ecosystem. So we never say we plant trees, we plant forest ecosystems.
Okay.
So that's the first
So
aspect.
many different kind of trees.
Exactly, many different species. And of course, we take care of the people, the local communities who live with this forest. Because if you don't take care of that, 2 years later, your forest will be burnt, and that's, of course. So you need to involve all the people living around this forest, from the seed collections that we'll put in the forest, to the preparation of the soils, to the manual planting, because we always reserve some parts of the project to the local communities, to the field monitoring, in which we work with them.
It might be a stupid question, but how long does it take to regrow a forest?
So for us, the operations, we take 50 hectares per day, so that's the plantation time. But then you know that your forest will be viable after 3 years.
3 years only?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and you already have like trees like 2-3 meters high, and then the real forest will be there after like 20 years.
Okay. How much does it cost to regrow a forest?
Yeah, so I won't answer to this question, because you have so many.
It depends on the situation.
Of course, of the soils. If it was like a mining site, if it was agricultural, pastoral lands, so many different aspects.
But my question is, would it be cheaper or more expensive than using a traditional method?
Yeah, so the idea is that we want to scale these reforestation activities. And so to scale, you need, of course, to cut the costs facing that. And we are, with this technology, you don't need to make a nursery from 2 to 6 months, so you don't need all the people involved for that. And then we plant only in 1 day 50 hectares with one drone. So of course we can cut a lot the cost of every project, so it makes it really more cost effective.
And so the more you plant, the cheaper it's going to get in time, obviously. Yeah. What are the world needs in terms of reforestation? So
there's 1 billion hectares already ready to be restored. 1 billion hectares. Okay. Without impacting human activities. So agriculture, urbanization are not involved in that. And the UN said we need to restore them before 2030. But today the pace of reforestation is 5 million per year. We should be at 100 million.
Okay.
But there is, facing this 5 million, you have 10 million deforested hectares.
Okay. So now the balance is negative.
Yeah, exactly.
Where have you been working? With what results?
Yeah. So we've started in French Guiana, where I grew up, so that was our first market. And next to French Guiana, you have Brazil, which is a huge country with huge needs and this tropical forest, where we already deployed 3 projects. And we deployed already 2 projects in Gabon as well, Central Africa, in which we'll have many opportunities as well.
And how many hectares or acres have you planted there?
Yeah, so we've planted 500 hectares already in these different areas.
In all the areas?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any new projects in preparation?
Yeah, sure. So we have many projects in preparation in Gabon, French Guiana, and Brazil again for different use cases, let's say, different type of projects that we'll deploy by the end of this year, next year, so many in preparation.
Who are your clients? Are they states? Are they companies, enterprises?
Yeah, so the common points in our clients is that they have degraded lands and they have some legal constraint to restore these lands. So we can work with private companies, we can work with NGOs, we can work with states, governments, and so we have different types as well of customers.
For your perspective, for the way you work, do you use artificial intelligence?
Yeah, of course.
In what ways?
So we have two ways. The first one is from the pre-analysis of our projects. So we deploy a drone to get images of the projects, to understand the ecosystem, and to define a plantation schema. That's the first step. And then the main part of our artificial intelligence is on the monitoring, to understand from aerial images how does the forest is growing. So how many trees are growing, how much biomass is growing, what kind of species, so to classify these trees and to understand how much carbon is being stocked by this forest. And for that, we use computer vision applied, and we apply it to machine learning.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and good luck in your project, because I think we all need more forest in this world. Let's head back to the main floor now. Time for Inside Vivatech.